How you feeling? Is your body okay? I was on the sideline. You left the game. You got concussed?
Yeah, that was crazy. I heard people thought I just quit on the team, which is wild. They just took me in for concussion protocol to make sure I was all right.
So what's it looking like? You playing next week?
What's up, man? Welcome to another episode of 2Legendary. It's Shedeur Sanders. I'm here with
Jada Sanders.
Okay, little bro. Today we're going to be talking about football, what's going on in life. And we got an interview from Jada Williams. So make sure you stick around for that. Let's get into our first segment. Air it out.
So what's next, bro? What you looking forward to? You know we got Colorado State next week. How you preparing?
We just got to fix some things overall and get back to the basics, get back to doing what we're good at.
How you feeling? Is your body okay? I was on the sideline. You left the game. You got concussed?
Yeah, that was crazy. I heard people thought I just quit on the team, which is wild. They just took me in for concussion protocol to make sure I was all right.
So what's it looking like? You playing next week?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, no, everything good. We checked out. All the tests came back to where I don't have a concussion, and it's going to be legendary.
Yes, sir. I know you seen the video, Coach Prime telling y'all need to persevere. What does that look like for you after going through a loss like that and then having bodily injuries? How do you persevere going into the next game?
I would say, of course, for sure, you got to get treatment. And after that, you got to check on the mentals. You got to check on all the players' mentals. How's everybody handling things? Because you don't really ever go into a situation knowing that's going to happen. But it did, so you just got to move forward and just do what y'all able to do. Move forward. You don't really take L's. You learn lessons. And yeah.
How you keep the confidence, though, at the same time, where the world wants you to just dwell on a lesson, not even a loss. They want you to dwell on the lesson, and you trying to move on.
I mean, because it don't really matter what the world think, I'll say. It matters what those 11 guys in your huddle think and your coaches, and what the team thinks. So it's really the confidence will never be lost because you know what type of player you are. You know how good you are and how good you could be. So just because a bump get in the road, that don't mean you're going to stop the whole car for it. You just going to go over it.
How long? Yeah, I like that. So I got on my Twitter feed today, as I always do after the game. It's filled with the Sanders, Colorado football. I seen a clip of you saying that you didn't hold back, and you mentioned like the O-line and different groups on our team that need to improve. From your perspective, how did you want that to be received?
I think they just took it and ran with it because I remember saying it was a rookie mistake. I didn't say the rookie made a mistake, you know. So it's like I'm saying that's a rookie mistake. Like that's childish. I should have never done that. But I'm not gonna go, on social media and go argue with them fans about that. Like that's just what it is. Thankful to, have a platform to where I'm able to really express and say what was actually said, rather than people just making up stories and just doing anything just to kind of divide the team. But I put that on myself also because it's like I gave them room to where I could understand they took it like that. But that wasn't the intention, though.
Is there any type of things you have to do with your teammates after articles come out publicly when they get spun the wrong way? Do you have to sit people down and say, hey, bro, I meant it like that?
No, not really. No, not really, because I feel like all the players know your intentions and they know you wouldn't do anything crazy like that. And, they're going to take my words and say it however they want to. But at the end of the day, the players know, everything's genuine. And I know what I said genuinely. So it is what it is.
Also, in line with the social media, immediately after the game, we see Nebraska turned up to perfect timing. That is a good song to turn up to. But you personally, how do you feel when you see that type of stuff, especially from your opponent?
I mean, I feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. That's why I was on the field talking to the linemen sometimes, like, bro, let them talk, bro. They supposed to.
I seen that.
You winning. Like, they winning. They supposed to be able to do that. Like, there's no reason to even get mad over that type of stuff. It's like, okay, they basically are able to do that because of the position, that they're in. They win the game, so let them do that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that because if Rosen were flipped and we was Detroit, then it's just like you got to be able to give and take. Whatever you give out, you got to be able to take that too. So it's like that don't really do anything. It's just like they just did what they were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the line is between like a sore loser and someone that hates to lose? Because I feel like they try to paint Colorado as a whole as sore losers. And even just now, you not hating on bro. You just
The thing is, it's just like if we're trying to just like we can't change the media, bro. Like we can't change what's right, what's wrong, what they want to say. You know, like we can't change that. I just advise for like fans and for anybody to not read the caption, listen to the words and see and really understand before you just take in. Because every headline that came out, I was like, I can understand it. You know, I can understand why a lot of people, you know, would feel that way. But look at it from a fresh set of eyes, though.
CSU this week, another big game. Last year's game went to like 2 a.m., so the whole world's going to be watching. How do you prepare for a big game like this?
Just go back and rewatch the film, rewatch where we went wrong, and understand, okay, cool, this team is probably going to do the same thing because they was able to hold us to a very low number of points. So you just go back, rewatch that, fix the flaws where you had. You just make sure you get everybody involved. And then other than that, you just prepare normal. Watch the film, go walkthroughs. You got practice. You watch the film over and over, watch it with different position groups, get the team back, you know, together.
We just played Nebraska, right? And then we beat them last year. So we're watching it from that lens of we beat them already. I know what we did that worked before. This is another team we beat last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now playing a team that we beat before and we lost to them, how does that change how you look at the film going into CSU? You see what I'm saying?
No, I definitely get what you're saying because you may take it as like easy work or anything. I definitely didn't approach that game thinking that, you know. It was just okay. They got a different type of structure. They got like different things going on. So in the game, you prepare for okay, what may possibly happen. Like going into CSU is like okay, cool. You really gotta just understand them as a team and you know their pros and cons, like what they're good at, what they're not good at, and understand like okay, cool. This is the probability of everything that's gonna happen, and just make sure the reads and everything is there. And make sure you get the ball out and the small things like that.
No.
All right, let's get to our interview with Jada Williams. Today we got a very special guest. She's a college basketball player playing at Arizona. We played them like we're rivals a little bit. But we got Jada Williams.
What up, what up?
We got Osakin in the building also.
What's
Come
up,
on,
man? I'm out here.
Jada, tell us basically who you are and what makes you legendary.
I'm Jada Williams. I am a point guard going into my sophomore year at University of Arizona. When it comes to basketball, I just do my thing. I'm very passionate. I think that's what gravitates people towards me.
What you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I be chilling. I don't really do too much. I be tired. Workouts be hard.
Yeah.
You know, scroll on TikTok a little bit, watch my shows.
Sometimes you do. You are lit on TikTok, huh?
Oh yeah, that's TikTok where
I can't see that. See that's what Trav do. I can't get on there and dance and do all the moves and do all that. That's just kind of outside of my comfort zone.
It got to come natural.
Yeah, so you and Travis got that in common. Osakin know me on TikTok.
No, I just post y'all on my TikTok.
How you get into basketball and tell us kind of like how you grew up?
Honestly, I never really played no other sport. Like basketball was just something I picked up when I was young. The little basketball goals, the Nerf goals on the back of the door, all of that. I was just, I don't know, I gravitated towards that. My mom would be like, oh, play this, and I was like, man, nah, it just didn't click with me. So basketball just always been something I did. Got on my first team when I was probably like 5 at the YMCA. And like you weren't allowed to steal the ball. You had to match up with the wristband and guard the person that had your wristband. And I used to steal the ball and all that. So I ended up getting kicked out the YMCA league, and I had to go play with the boys because they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me steal the ball, and I was a little advanced for that. But ever since then, I just kind of fell in love with it. It was just something that was always there for me. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I'm struggling, whatever. But basketball was just something I could always do, and I had to get away from life and school and family issues, any issues, honestly, friendship. Friends turn their back on me, all types of stuff. Basketball was just kind of what I gravitated toward.
Hey, that's life right there. Hey, that's life.
For sure.
I'm telling you.
When you play with the boys, like how was the matchups?
They was mad because I was a girl, so they would try to beat up on me. But I was used to it. I'm the youngest sibling, so I was just like, man, whatever. So I used to cook, I ain't gonna lie. I was cool. I had like pigtails. had the bows on, but I had the long shorts down past my knees. Always hooped in Jordans when I was young, so I had on like 12s, 4s, 3s, all types of stuff.
You had no grip at all.
No grip, but I had a blast.
What's your favorite pair of Jordans?
Probably 3s or 4s.
Yeah, I could agree 4s probably.
I don't wear Jordans at all, but
I don't. I just wear the
DT96.
DT96 is legendary, man. Shout out Coach Prime.
Actually, I know 112s. And
I wear
Yeah.
I wear the Forces though. I like the Forces.
Yeah,
the Supreme
Forces.
Forces. I wear those. But that's it. I don't really wear.
You can never
Jordans,
go
man.
wrong with Forces.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but the Supreme ones though.
Okay.
Other edition.
What do you play basketball in?
Right now, I've been wearing a lot of Kobe's. Kobe's is the best hoop shoe, I think, right now. And then Sabrina's is, they like that. They up there.
You got the Grinches?
No, I got the reverse Grinches.
Those are the red ones?
Yeah, but I don't be wearing them like they overplay. Like, everybody got them now. It's like, nah.
See, when I used to hoop, I just used to go to the gym, but I used to wear all like the newest stuff, you know, so I was in the Kobe's and all that. So it was intimidating to people. So that's why I got my edge, because people was nervous. They talking about, yeah, I know he could shoot, because I had on the nice shoes and stuff. So I like them, but I haven't hooped recently, though. I think I could dunk now. I haven't played in a minute.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'2".
I'm 5'7". I'm not sure
Hey,
how.
we don't hate over here. I just hit 5'8" with no shoes, so I'm scratching for the inches.
If I was to bet, right, you versus Osaken 1-on-1 basketball.
He not winning.
Hey, have you ever dunked before?
Hell no.
You ain't lower the goals and used to dunk.
Oh yeah, on low goals, I could dunk on like 8, maybe 7.5. I could get crazy on some windmills type.
See, like with me, Shilo, Bucky, you was already in like high school by then, so you was at Flower. But what we used to do though, we used to play rollerblade basketball. so like we had the basketball court inside the crib, so we just put on rollerblades, and it was 2v1. So me and my sister versus Shilo. So have you ever played rollerblade basketball?
Never. I used to go to the rink when I was young, like skate, but then when I got serious in basketball, my mom was like, nah, you're not skating no more. Like, you're going to get hurt. So, no, never. That sounds crazy.
At what age did you get serious in basketball?
Like 6th grade.
When did you start realizing, like, I'm better than a lot of these people playing, or like, you know, I could really take this to the next level?
Probably like 5th, 6th grade, like when I was playing around in Kansas City. And it was just like the competition wasn't where I was. So I was playing like sophomore, juniors. And then my mom was like, basically she told me, whatever you want to put into it, I'll match it with like taking you places, paying for the stuff. So I started traveling to camps and stuff like that, like 6th grade. I remember going to a camp in Minnesota and I was playing with Paige. And that would have to be in like 6th, 7th grade.
So who the livest person you done played against, like growing up? Like who's the hardest person that's like, okay, she actually is pretty good? You know, you see a lot of people when playing in person like, they ain't like that. But who's actually really?
Honestly, we used to all be at the same camp. So like me, Juju, Malaysia, AZ Fudd, Paige, Angel, basically everybody that you see now, we used to all be at the same camp. So like we all know each other for real.
Was GOAT Clark there?
Have you ever played against
Caitlin Clark? Cause she live. I ain't gonna lie to you. She turned up with it.
Yeah, so being from the Midwest, there's not a lot of people that come out the Midwest. So she from Iowa, I'm from Missouri. Y'all probably don't know, but like Missouri here, Iowa here. We both had EYBL teams, Missouri Phenom and Iowa Attack. So we would always be in Iowa, like every week, especially when COVID hit. We was like in Iowa like 8 weekends in a row. So we was always around each other. I don't think I ever played against her besides maybe at like, I don't even know. I don't think I ever played against her, but I remember watching her like at Nike Nationals and stuff, and I'm like, she been raw. People just ain't known, but I'm from the Midwest, so I've been seeing her.
I can admit, I didn't know. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I had LSU winning that game.
She's insane. I'm sorry. She shoots from half court.
They let me down.
You gotta try to pick her up 94 feet, and she still make it in your face.
Yeah, that's very discouraging.
Do you think they being fair to her right now in the WNBA? Like, not even on no controversial stuff, but do you think, like, they're taking it overboard, or you think it's like, what's going on?
Honestly, I just feel like people, like, social media take it just way out of proportion. Like, they try to make it about white versus black or rookie versus vet. Like, it's really not. Like, people just never watched the W before. Like, they've been playing physical. They've been talking stuff. Like, especially the talking stuff part. Like, it's a part of the game. Everybody do it. Like, that's what make the game fun and interesting and make it, like, they try to make everybody out for rivals. Like, it's never like that. Like, Angel and Caitlyn, they cool. They'll tell you that. But, like, even in college, like, they making it way out of, like, they making it overplayed.
I mean, of course, that's what social media does. Like, you know, we experienced that almost every game of the year in HBCUs. It was the same thing. It was like the Super Bowl every game we played since, I would say, my sophomore year in high school been Super Bowls, you know. Yeah. Even freshman year is Super Bowls. So it's like, of course the social media is going to take things out of context, but I feel like now it's just to the ultimate maximum level of everything. As players, you can't let social media have a opinion about another person you don't know or you know of, or just because this person's getting shine, like, you can't feel no type of way. For me, like, that's just what I think, because of course it's gonna be politics with everything, so that's just a part of, like, what comes with it.
A lot of it is just like emotions. Like, they in the press conferences after the game, you either won or you lost. You got emotions either way. So honestly, I just feel like people just need to kind of take a step back, because social media, like, it's not real. Like, it's really not. Yeah, everything you see on social media, not real.
I mean, and also it's like the people that's making the decisions, who's going to draft you and all that, you think they caring about what all these people on Twitter saying? Like, let's just be real. They not. People don't care that much. Like, it's just something to talk about. Like, it's just like, you know, social media is just somewhere where people could voice how they feel online and feel like they have a platform to talk. So I don't know. I just don't like when people, because I've seen it with my own, people envy another person because this person's getting more notoriety, getting more clout than somebody else. And the whole time you can know this girl may be not even good, but she's getting clout or she's getting all this and that. But it's just like, if you know who you are, if you understand yourself, then you shouldn't let what nobody else's accomplishments or what they're getting affect how you should feel, because your time will come. Sure. Like, it's a matter of time.
For sure. That's why you just gotta keep your head down, work. That's what's gonna talk at the end of the day.
Hey, so how many songs you think you got in the vote right now?
First of all, do you rap? You gotta answer that question.
I do a little bit. How many songs I got in the vault? Probably like 5, 6.
So what are you good at? Like, are you a good hook person, or are you a good, like, verse, like, or are you like full song?
I got a little bit of everything. Some of them is just like bar for bar, like, let's go, just make the bars. Cause I'm not the type of person, like, my manager, he does Peasy. So he do a lot of, like, Detroit rappers. And so I got in the studio with them, and they was like, oh, you need to drop this. And I'm like, man, I don't even want to drop it for real. Like, this
it's gonna mess up the brand.
Not even.
It's gonna mess up the brand.
That part.
It will.
That part, and just because a lot of it is just like how I get stuff off my chest and stuff, and just have fun. Honestly, like, we just go in there with my friends and just have fun. But I do a little bit of everything. I got the slow. Rod Wave, my favorite rapper, so I got some Rod Wave vibes. I got some, like, little Tyler vibes. I got a little bit of everything.
Who's your top 5 favorite rappers?
Lil Baby, Dirk, Rod Wave, Huncho, and Youngboy.
Just off of, like, skill?
So, like, Future's not in it, like, nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
was it's just off of what you like, or is it?
Well, I never choose a top 5 because I like a lot of different type of music. I like a lot, like, or I like some people. I like some of their songs, but some of their songs is like, nah. But top for me, definitely Lil Baby. Lil Baby go. But I like Future.
What about Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, everybody download Perfect Timing right now. All media platforms.
Nah, promote yourself, bro. Promote yourself.
What would you rate Perfect Timing on 1 through 10?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never listen to the whole song. I just be seeing the little clips on social media.
Okay. At least it gets out there. At least it get out there.
But I mean, I like it. I feel like it fits your aura. You know what I mean?
So now You got to do a song with me, though.
I'm down. Let's get in the stew.
But when we get in the studio, it's business, though. So it's like, you know, like it's serious business. Because, you know, Saken, like, he drops albums. So it's like it's serious business. And we're trying to get a record deal right now as we speak. So it's like we trying to, this could get you that Bugatti you was talking about.
No, I definitely want a Bentley truck.
Hey, what's your dream car?
I got a Porsche right now, and that's my baby. So trying to move up, move up on the scale.
Yeah.
What is it, 911 or a Cayenne or what?
I got a Macan S.
Macan?
Okay, yeah. I like them.
Yeah, I'm working towards the Panorama 911, like that type.
I feel like it's all the preference. Yeah,
it is.
I was just talking to him last week, and I was like asking him what the difference of them was, and like it's really about kind of like preference, like what you feel like. Do you want like, you know, kind of like SUV? Do you want a car like? Do you want super fast where it's like a track car? Or do you want street car? You know, like so it's different. It's different things with those cars that I just thought about. I just heard about.
If you was in a position she was in last year where it was you could go to the big three for $5 million or go to the WNBA, which one would you have done?
I don't know. Like I put myself in those shoes.
Big three.
I put myself in the shoes, and I was trying to see like what would I actually do, and then they bumped it up to 10 million. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
At a certain point, is you chasing the bag or is you chasing what you already dreamed about? You know what I'm saying? So it came down to that, but I don't know, like. Playing in the W is just that's every girl's dream, you know.
But you
that's
can do both though.
Yeah, it's like can't you just get the 10 mil play that?
I would have entertained the offer more than she did. That's all I'm saying.
But you don't know if she entertained it just because she not on socials doing that. That don't mean she wasn't entertaining it though.
But I already knew she was already gonna go. She wasn't gonna entertain it for real because that's not her. You know what I'm saying? I would never see her do that.
You'll do it.
I'll do it. That's different.
What if y'all was in her position? What would you do?
I can't say that because here's one thing I'm focused on. That's the NFL. So anything outside of that league right there, like my main goal is to be in that league. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of different because it's like NFL. You know, that's where you get the maximum amount. If the US or UFL said freshman rookie year they'll give you $100 million to play there before the NFL. It's like, dang.
But the thing is, nowadays it's just like $100 million, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
All that is 3 great, 2-3 great years in the league, and you
for a QB,
just keep, staying focused, not doing anything off the field, and you just remaining focused. So it's like those absurd numbers is like it's realistic because by the time it's time for my second contract, it's gonna be like 70 a year.
No, for sure. I can't wait. I can't wait till my brother gets 70 a year, man.
Hey,
that's
I'm
crazy.
Telling you. Hey, they ain't show you how to do it yet. I'm telling you, I'm the last one left. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm telling you.
I know, bro, gonna show me love.
Nah, I take care of that.
I'm just playing. And you got the big names, the Angel Reese's, Caitlin Clark's. It's a great time period for women's basketball. How does it feel playing in that time period where all these talks on First Take, just everything is about you guys on all these news stations? So how does that feel?
It feels good, honestly, just for people to appreciate the game because not a lot of people actually watch women's basketball before these big names. But this is what we've been working towards. This is what you do it for. You know what I mean? Like. Social media for me has always been a platform since I was young. So working towards that myself, and then now other people is starting to get that recognition. It feels good because I'm not the type of person to be selfish or envy other people because no matter who it is, they bring in eyes and views to the game of women's basketball. So I'm grateful for it. Honestly, they older than me, so they kind of paving the way right now. But at the same time, I got my own shine. I got my own platform, and I got my own goals for what women's basketball could be. So I'm kind of using that to drive myself right now and kind of help guide my views and my journey of what I want my legacy to be. You know what I mean? If
you didn't go to Arizona, where would you have went?
So originally, I committed to UCLA my freshman year of high school, and then I decommitted my junior year after I moved to San Diego my junior year of high school, and then I decommitted and then came to Arizona. So probably UCLA, honestly.
I don't like that name.
So what
after what they did us last year.
What did moving to San Diego have to? Did that impact your change or what?
I was committed to UCLA. They recruited me when I was super young. Like, they used to be at my middle school games and stuff. So they're like family still. I love them to death. But when I moved to San Diego, I realized, like, I'm originally from Kansas City. So I'm like slow life. It go there, like, the Chiefs is there and stuff. But, like, you got a backyard and you got stuff like that. In Cali, you don't got that. You got to sit in traffic. You back to back with the houses, and like it's just not the type of lifestyle I used to. Like, I love Cali, I love to visit, but I just didn't feel like that was fit for me to do that for 4 years.
I don't like going to Cali. I hate Cali personally.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't somewhere where I felt like I could be at. Like, on the court, I knew I could have been straight. Like, I loved the coaches, the people that was gonna be my teammates. Like, I recruited a lot of people to go there and play with me, like my friends and stuff. But as far as life goes, I had to be able to be in a place where I could, like, chill out and, like, get away from that fast life all the time.
Women's basketball is getting these days. Does that add any pressure to play? Like, does that make you feel any different?
Honestly,
does it change things up?
Not for me. Like, I would say, like, me and Juju, we was really in the spotlight from when we was, like, 6th, 7th grade. So we kind of used to it, honestly. Like, me and Juju played each other in high school, and we had Chris Brown, 2 Chainz, The Game. They was all at our game. So it's like, to see everybody else get that now, it's like, it feel good, because before it was like, damn, Jada Juju, and then Malaysia, and then like McDonald's All-American, like LeBron and them started coming to our games and stuff. So now it's just like, it kind of trickled up. It was kind of backwards, low-key, because like you would think the W would get that first, and then it would trickle down to college and trickle down to high school, but it kind of went in reverse, honestly.
You deal with the stuff he deal with, where like if people do the least amount amazing thing to you, they try to taunt you or anything, or just do something. Do they just try to, since y'all are so well known, like people when they get sacked or when they would beat us, they hold their wrist up and do all that?
It's like, bro, you got a sack, bro. You're doing your job.
Like,
bro.
yeah,
like,
they come down to what you say about like every game that they play you as they Super Bowl. It comes down to that. It was like that in high school. We playing league games. These teams trash. They student section talking crazy like they got the #1 draft pick on their team. You know what I mean? And it was just like, what? Like, I know people have said some crazy things to you. Like, I know, like, that's just how it goes. But I mean, it just made me laugh, honestly, because it's like, what?
Yeah.
Who's the sorriest person? I'm just playing.
It don't make me laugh. I'll be saying things back.
I'll be saying things back. Honestly,
I'm just playing.
Me too.
See, that's the thing. Like, me personally, I just stand on all 10. That's it. Like, I play, like, I play like different whenever I'll say that's going on, because now it reminds me of those, my first 2 years in college. Like, it reminds me of just being back, in HBCU where everybody talking crazy to where it's just fun. You out there really competing and you ain't taking nothing to heart, because after the game, like, everybody's cool and it's just like love. But it's just like, in those games, I feel like that's what really turned me up, and that's what really, like, make things fun.
Facts, because they be thinking they can get into your head type. But it's like, when you start that, it's like, all right, bet, watch this.
Bro went from the athletes talking crazy to the news networks to the coaches to everybody talking crazy.
Yeah, so it's just I feel like it's just a different level now. It's just you got straight players talking crazy. You got coaches now. You got
sports analysts.
You got coaches. You got coaches' wives talking crazy.
No, for sure.
You got analysts talking crazy. It's like, bro, I'm just here playing the game, doing what I've been doing. So, like, at this point, like, I feel like the more success you get in doing it the untraditional way, the more hate you're gonna get regardless. So that's why me personally, I live how I want to live, and I do what I want to do. Because it's like, bro, they're going to hate regardless. They're going to have something to say regardless. So at least I'm going to be genuine, and I'm going to do it how I want to do, and stay focused and stay doing all this. Because, like, okay, this brings up the question for me. How is, like, the NIL space out there, like, in women's college basketball?
Honestly, I think it's booming. And it honestly just depends on how much you want to use your platform. For me, it's like, I only want to do things that, like, I genuinely do, because I don't fake very well. So, like, you want me to do a video and I don't use your brand or I don't like your brand, like, you gonna tell, like, I don't mess with it for real. So I I kind of felt bad because at the beginning, everyone was like, oh, do this, do everything. And I'm like, do that for what? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to come regardless. But for me, it's good, especially out here. Like, they love women's basketball. We pack out all the games. And we only had 7 players last year. They were still riding with us. So they love me out here. But, yeah, I think NIL has really helped. Ooh, we lost. We played the playing game, and we won, and then we lost first round of the tournament. But it happens. We had a lot going on our team last year, a lot of adversity. But going through all that adversity freshman year, I feel like I'm invincible. I can go through anything.
I'm telling you, I definitely feel the same. So did y'all ever have, like, in the locker rooms or anything like that, like where people counting other people's pockets?
Not necessarily that, but we definitely had, like, team adversity for sure.
You talk about the downside of NIL, like, because people only hear about the great things that's going on. Like, you don't got to expose what happened or stuff, but, like, possibilities or figuratively speaking, like, what is the negative effects of NIL? Like,
the thing with NIL is, like, it's not equal. Like, just for example, somebody not going to get the same amount of money for the same thing as I do because my social media is just different than theirs. So I feel like it could be quick for people to be like, oh, that's not fair, but it's not about being fair. Like, this is about the bread, bro. So, like, I feel like that's more the downside is people get jealous about you could be doing the same thing, the same video for the same brand, and you still not going to get the same amount of money. So I think that's probably the biggest downside that I see with it.
And y'all only have 7 people on y'all's team also. If, like, see, when it comes to football, when it's
you got 100 of them.
When it's 100 people and you got the competitiveness and it's, you know, it gets a little tricky. It gets a little.
Yeah, in football, it's way different. It's like you definitely got people counting other people's pockets. Like, and I'm not even talking about like mine per se. Like, just in general, just from what I seen personally from sitting back seeing. So it's like I feel like NIL helped a lot, and it makes sense. But then again, I feel like what it does have is make people kind of unrealistic of what real life is and what real. And, like, how to have sustainability and how to have longevity and things. Because it's, like, cool, you got players out there getting 500, 600,000. You know how hard it is to make that in the real world. So you getting that much money and blowing it like it ain't nothing. Then you still got taxes. You got all that stuff. And then it's just the higher you go, you know, it's people back then that want to legally get you some way. Like, you got to watch everything around. You got to watch who you ever talk to. You got to watch who could ever have anything on you in general. So I feel like it makes it's different. It's very risky business in general because I feel like a lot of people don't really have. Not everybody is blessed like to have like the guidance of people who's able to that done it before and people that could guide you in the right direction. So it's like those without that, it's kind of it puts everybody in a tough situation.
All right, let me ask y'all something, both of y'all something. Do y'all think NIL should work hand in hand with the transfer portal? Or do you think you should only be able to transfer like once? Because you got people just finessing the system. Like, let me go ahead and get 200 or 300 from here for sophomore year. Let me transfer. Junior year, boys, I went to 5 different schools in 5 years. It's, you know what I'm saying? Or should it be, okay, you could have NIL, but you can only transfer this, or you could transfer as many times, but you got to fulfill a whole year of this NIL. You know, like, what do y'all think? Because it's getting kind of crazy, whether you want to admit it or not.
I think, honestly, NIL has made, like, the teams either you getting people because they coming for the bag and the team trashed, because that's what it's coming down to now. It's not even about, oh, am I finna be good? But the good teams coming with bread, so I get where you're saying. I think you should not be able to transfer as many times as you want. The COVID, okay, I got COVID. Everyone got stuck, whatever. But at some point, you got to be taught discipline and, like, persevere, overcome adversity at some point. Because right now, like, you don't, like, one thing your coach do, I'm hitting the portal, bro. I'm leaving. Like, you don't 100%. Got no type of awareness but that's just how I was raised. Like, my mom raised me as sometimes you just got to thug it out. And, like, of course, there's certain situations where it's like, I'm not staying here. This is not a healthy environment, stuff like that. But some of the stuff I hear people transfer for, I'm like, you wasn't better than the person that was playing above you. Sorry.
And then you get the bread, you go wherever you go, and you back in the same situation you just left. I feel like it need to be 2-year deals, bro. Personally, it got to be a 2-year deal. Like if you signing this, then it got to be a 2-year deal, or if not, then you got to pay. I feel like it got to be guidelines to where, okay, cool. First year, like how it is NFL, like rookie contracts. First year you get this. Second year you get this. Like it can't just be. I don't know. I just don't feel like it could just be consistent regardless. Somebody run off and then it's over with.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy.
It got to be some type of guideline.
Like in today's day and age, if it wasn't for loyalty, he would have been crazy for staying at Colorado. To be real, like okay,
but that's
last year.
Everywhere though. Like people was, oh my gosh, people was like, you need to get up out of there. You need to leave this and this. I'm like, bro. First of all, we had so much adversity last year, and we only play with 7 people. And like at certain times, 7 people. First of all, in women's basketball, you can only start the game with 7 people. Otherwise, you have to disqualify. We literally had 7 people, 2 people on the bench. That's it. One game crazy. We played with 5 people only. So it's like, we have so much adversity.
Did y'all play at Colorado?
I like my time here. No, Colorado came here. Wait, y'all go to Big 12?
Yeah.
Then we'll probably play at Colorado then. I don't know. Our scheduling came out yet.
But I feel like women's basketball would get to that though if the same pace and everything's going how it's going, and I feel like the women's basketball could get up there.
For sure.
Who's the GOAT to you in basketball, Kobe or LeBron? I mean, it could be Michael Jordan also.
I'm going with Kobe because I had a personal relationship with Kobe, and that's somebody that I model my game after. I model even like my life after, as far as like mentality goes. But yeah, I'm a Kobe girl. But other than that, I don't know. Everybody good. They all good. I don't care.
What's the key things you took from that relationship, like knowing Kobe? That's kind of crazy, bro. That's freaking Kobe Bryant.
Trust me.
That's probably how people
Kobe
feel about
freaking Bryant. I cried. When I got a follow back on Instagram, I cried. I'm not even going to hold you. Honestly, it was just the mentality of, like, the outlook that he had on life was just like, bro, like, he could do no wrong. That's just like, when he spoke, it's like he got it all figured out. Out. That's what it felt like. But honestly, it was just like overcoming everything, that like how you look at certain situations, the mentality you have going into certain situations. That's probably the biggest thing for me. Off the court, even like everybody know he was a dog on the court, but off the court, it was just like his work ethic, insane. But he also carried that same work ethic into whatever it had to be, school. Yeah. Whatever, if he wanted to buy a car, anything, it just, that mentality carried over. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I took away.
Who's the GOAT to you in basketball?
I would say LeBron.
Who's the WNBA GOAT right now?
Like, not of all time, like, not GOAT then, but like
who's the best WNBA player right now, or the most exciting to watch right now?
I'm a Kelsey Plum fan. Kelsey Plum is raw.
Asia Wilson?
Yeah.
Same team. I love the Aces. The Aces raw. I love Asia Wilson.
I seen the USA thing, and it's like, bro, how do all these teams got like 2-3 players on the same USA?
It's not that many teams though, is it?
How many teams?
Yes.
How many teams is in the W?
12.
So you would definitely take that 10 million. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. It depends. Like if I was able to play in the league and like after the season, this is what I'm doing, absolutely I'd do that. But my goal is to make it to the W, because the money gonna come. The money, I could get the money a different way, you know what I mean? But it's not always about money for me. Like, just everything that I put into the game is like, I can get that up just to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give up that dream just for the money, but...
All right, so let me ask both of y'all something one more time. Because you had a great relationship with Kobe. You have a great relationship with a guy named Deion Sanders. So both of y'all have seen greatness at a young age. And, like, what have y'all learned about greatness? Or what do you think it takes to get greatness? Because y'all have seen it, like, up close and personal.
I would say the little things, like the extra work you put in, touching the line on the sprints, being a leader. That's my thing. Is I love to lead my team. That's just always something that's come easy to me, being vocal and stuff. So I would just say the stuff that nobody else wants to do, and like knowing who you are, personally, like on a really like intense level, helps you get through that because it's hard. It's hard to be great, and that's why there's not a lot of greats ever, because it's hard. So I would just say being intense about the little things and the stuff that nobody else wants to do.
It's super hard, bro. It's super hard. Like, that's why I respect anybody like that has some type of success, because it's just like, it's hard to be able to get in those positions. It's hard to not let different problems and different things like bring you and remove your focus from what's going on, because you got a lot of people trying to come after you. You got people pulling you in different ways. You got to make tough decisions. You don't know who you could trust. Like, it's multiple different factors when it comes to that. So it's like, now I understand. I feel like it's definitely peace. That's what I feel like is the most important thing, because I didn't think that 2 years ago. I didn't think that a year ago, but now I'm more like cool with just chilling and not really going places, or not really like doing too much all the time. Like, you know, I still travel though. Like, we got.
So greatness is not. It's not only about what you do in your sport or whatever. It's about off the field, your mentality.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You could be the greatest players ain't make it. The greatest players ain't make it.
Yeah.
And Dad said stories about that before, where it was a guy that he played with that was real good, and so that's the thing. I feel like it's just off the field and off the court, and just like in the personal life, making sure you have that under control, and then you could the football stuff and all that stuff should be fun.
I heard you say something about a leader. Do you think all great people are leaders?
I think it's two different things, because you can't teach that. Like, you can't beg somebody to be a leader, or you can't beg somebody to be passionate about it. I was just having this conversation the other day. Like, certain people are born with a certain type of mentality, a certain type of, like, you can't teach. Like, Kawhi, that man, he's great, but he not vocal. He don't speak, none of that. But he's a good player, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like not every great person got to be that, but that's kind of what bumped them up. Like, Kobe, great leader. He might have got on your butt, and you hear all the stories about how his team wanted to go out. He went out and they got them up at 4 a.m. to work out with him, just so that they could live his life as well. I think that type of leadership is kind of
Wait, so he went out? Like, he went out too?
Yes, they was like, "Come on, Cole, come out with us." You gotta search up the video, but he like, "All right, I'll go out with y'all if y'all come work out with me in the morning." Got them up at like 4 a.m. They was like, "Man, what?" But it's just, I think that type of stuff is kind of what make that separation.
Leave bro at home. I said, all right, bro, I'm good.
So what time you wake up?
I go to bed early and I be up early. Like, it's just natural. I've always been an early riser. I probably get up like, I wake up every day at like 6:30, 7. Like, I can't sleep. Like, my teammates be sleeping till like 12. No way. I can't even sleep past 9 o'clock.
Okay, here's my last question about greatness. All right, so you when you look at greatness, saying even different fields, Steve Jobs, like, he changed the world with Apple. He's great at what he did. Michael Jordan, Kobe. Do you think you gotta be? But all three of those people. So you watch the Michael Jordan documentary. They were kind of unlikable people in a way. Do you think you have to be mean or unlikable person to really get to that point, to that level of like, bro, I'm really the best that ever has did this. I was about to cuss. I don't know because I'm the best that has ever done it.
Bro, kid friendly.
Yeah. So, what do you think? You think you could be a likable person?
I think, yeah, you could be a likable person. I think it's how you approach things. Like, you got to be able to earn that respect from your teammates or the people that's around you, that they understand that the reason that you getting on them or keeping them accountable is because how much you want to win, or how much, no matter what field, is how much you want to, for Apple, it was how big you want to go. Is you got to keep people accountable and stuff. So I think you just got to earn that level of respect. Of course, everybody not going to like you. That's just it. That's impossible.
Michael Jordan was telling boys they couldn't even eat on the plane on the way back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I wouldn't do that, but I don't think that's required. I think that was just the way that he took and handled his situation. I think it's other ways that you could do that at the same time and still hold your teammates accountable or your colleagues, whatever.
What do you think, Shedeur? Because you know sometimes Daddy be acting. When he get in that mood, he's kind of an unlikable person when he's
Yeah,
really
I feel like, of course, the people around you, they're gonna understand. Like, just for example, like, and before we wrap this up, like, receivers, if they run the wrong route, if you don't do things to perfection, now you're hindering what my vision on how things were supposed to go, and how just because it's the play call, it's the coverage, all this stuff, you messed that up. So now, not only did you mess it up, so now all the other 10 guys that's doing their job is affected by that one guy. Now, it just don't look like poetry. So now I look bad because I'm not doing my job because you're not doing your job, so I just can't afford that. So I feel like you're gonna be likable, but I feel like to the public you may be unlikable because they may not understand. But to the people around, I feel like you'll be likable because they're gonna understand like why. They're gonna understand the why, and whenever you get into detail with them.
Yeah, I think from the outside looking in, not everybody gonna like you, but if you surround yourself with people that got the same goal and the same mentality, they're not gonna like you all the time. Like, I know my teammates be mad at me because I be yelling like, "Hey, bro, go harder, sprint this screen," or whatever the case may be. Like, you're not gonna like your teammates all the time because you got to be held accountable, and you got to yell sometimes. You got to figure out how each player needs to be coached or how you got to talk to certain players. And that's like, you don't like your coach all the time. Like, that's how it go. That's part of the game. But if you're all got the same end goal, then you still gonna be likable. Like, don't take it personal type.
So what's your biggest goal for your career?
My biggest goal, like, end goal, would definitely just be leave a legacy. Like, of course I want to make it to the W, but I want to be remembered as somebody that empowered women on and off the court, whether that's giving somebody the opportunity or being the light in somebody's life, because not everybody has the same opportunities that I had, and have the same resources and have that tight-knit family group and have the right people in their corner. So if I could just be that light, that's kind of like my end goal, honestly. Like, basketball, it's going to end one day, and of course I'm going to be around it forever, but my end goal is just to leave a powerful legacy that people can look back on as if, like, the way that people look at Kobe type thing.
All right, what is your biggest internal motivator that has helped you achieve the success that you've had on the court so far?
Honestly, probably just where I want to be and the goals that I have. That's why I work so hard. I love what I do. It's definitely hard, but it's what you got to do to be great.
I feel like my internal motivator is not failing myself in life. I don't want to live my life really having regret. So it's like, I feel like that's really the biggest thing for me. Like, the motivation is just like falling off or not being the best I could be or not being able to accomplish what I want to accomplish in life. So it's like, I feel like that's super like deep for me because it's like, I don't ever want to be that guy. What's one trait or habit you think every athlete needs in order to achieve greatness?
I would say discipline. If you're not disciplined, you're not going to make it very far. Because if you cheating yourself, then, especially like when nobody's watching, like in the weight room, on the court, whatever, if you can't be disciplined and discipline yourself, then you can't. Somebody not gonna always be there to tell you what to do and watch you and harp on you and all that stuff.
So like, kind of like how you said you was gonna run every day, like, so and you don't do it, bro. So you cheat on yourself. So I know you gonna cheat on me.
It ain't about me. We asking her question.
I think it's focus. I think it's to be able to block everything that's going on out. To be able to block even family members out sometimes, if it's, if they not really like helping you towards a cause or towards what you're trying to do in life. Like, it just takes a strong man or a strong woman just with focus. Thank you, Jada, for coming on the show.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy day. I know you got class and everything and all that other stuff going on.
Summer school, yeah.
Yeah, summer school.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
If you like this episode of 2Legendary, like, comment, subscribe.